Hi friends, it's Christine Pierce. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Maple Grove, Minnesota, and this morning I wanted to share with you how I made this card using the beautiful Friendship stamp set from Stampin' Up! It is found in the 2019-2020 annual catalog. Isn't it beautiful? So to show you what I did to make this card, I thought I'd show you the different stamp sets. This one has several great greetings as well as beautiful images, floral images that are just so elegant and easy to use. And in these trying times, I thought I would use this greeting that says, "Good things are sure to happen." And that's found in the Tasteful Textures stamp set from Stampin' Up! Found in the same catalog, actually. And then inside my card, I'm going to use the Hugs, Prayers, Love stamp from Positive Thoughts. So let's get started. I'm going to use a 1/4 sheet of Whisper White cardstock, and I'll be layering that on 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 sheet of Gorgeous Grape cardstock. And then finally, that'll be layered on top of the Purple Posy 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. So to get started, what I'm going to use is the Hydrangea stamp from the beautiful Friendship again. And I'm going to bring in both my Seaside spray and my Gorgeous Grape ink pads. I'm going to fully ink this in the Seaside spray, which is a light blue, and then just lightly tap this around on that purple Gorgeous Grape ink pad and stamp that down. Then I do want to stamp this all off, getting all that grape off of there, and I can ink this again in my Seaside spray and then lightly touch it again around on my Gorgeous Grape and stamp again. It does really look like a hydrangea when you get this all on there. I just love it. And I'm going to repeat for the lower corner. Each image is going to be slightly different, which is just like every flower out there. I'm going to set that aside for a moment and go ahead and do another one for the inside of my card. So while I have this stamp out and in my hand, I figure I may as well get that flower on there. So now I can stamp this off, and I'm going to clean this with my Simply Chamois. I love the Simply Chamois for cleaning my stamps. It also works great for cleaning your blocks, and you can pick it up and maneuver it to get in any grooves. I also like to try to keep the back side of my chamois relatively clean, because that's how I clean my fingers off when they get messy and inky, like every good stamper. Next, I want to add a couple of leaves, and so I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green ink pad and bring in this little sprig of leaves. And let's see, where do I want those? I'm going to do a couple of 2nd and 3rd generation stamping to add some leaves on here. And let's see, we'll add one right up in here. Then I'm going to bring in this cute little sprig and add that in the Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to add a couple of sprigs to fill in some of the gaps here. And we're going to bring back our inside and repeat this for inside the card. let's see, we'll grab that sprig. And that should be good. While I have this on my mat, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my greeting for inside my card. And now that's finished. And then we'll bring back the piece for the front. So a couple of tricks that I'd like to just share is that I'm going to be using this sheet of gorgeous grape to cut out my banner for the front of my card. Because this is going to get sandwiched between my white and my purple posy cardstock, no one's going to know that I've cut out this banner from that piece, and that just helps to save paper. So through the magic of television here, I'm going to just grab this one that I've already done, and we can go ahead and adhere these together. So I will grab my snail adhesive and layer that onto my purple pose, or I'm sorry, my gorgeous grape cardstock. And then just to not get my fingers inky, I'm going to burnish that from the back. And then we will bring this in. I've scored that at 4 1/4. I'll grab my bone folder here to get a nice crisp edge. And oh, before I do that, I do want to glue down my banner. Almost forgot to do that. And I know these little tabs are longer than what I need for this card going this direction, so I'm going to need to trim them off. So I'm going to adhere this to my card front with glue dots. That looks pretty good. And then before I put this on the front of my card, I'll turn this over and take off what I'm not needing. Oop. There we go. Now I can bring this back and put that on the front of my card. Again, I like to burnish from the back. Helps get that adhesive heated up so it will stick really well. And then I will add some snail to the inside piece for my card. Center that. That's always the toughest part, isn't it? There we go. Last, I want to do a little greeting for the front. And I'm going to use this "Good things are sure to happen." And I think I want to maybe add, where did I put my leaf? Here it is. I want to add a little leaf. And I want it half strength for ink. So I'm going to just stamp that right over my G. And then I'm going to bring in the Timeless Label Punch and give that a little squeeze to pop it out. And then I'll go ahead and turn that over and add a couple of dimensionals. These are foam dots that'll pop this greeting right up to give it a little bit more dimension. And then I want to just add a little bling to my card. So to do that, I've got two little tools here. This is my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use some rhinestones and add a couple of rhinestones to my banner. And then I'm going to bring in some Wink of Stella. This adds a little bit of shimmer to whatever you put it on. And I want to add some to these little sprigs. So that one's covered. So let's add a little down here and a little bit down here. We could even add it to the sprigs on the inside of my card, but I think I'm going to just skip that. These just add a very subtle bling to your card. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're staying well, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.